I'm Lisa, this is Horsham.tv, and here's what's coming up in this episode. Now, April is of course that time of the year when we get to enjoy some Easter food and drink, hopefully with some friends and family if we're lucky. And on the drink side of things, what better way to celebrate than a nice little bit of fizz? We've got the guys at Wisdom Farm Estate to tell us a little bit more about their vintages.
Hello, welcome to Wisdom Estate. My name is Kirsty Goring and I'm one of the family, and just 20 minutes south of Horsham, right in the heart of the South Downs, we have a vineyard planted with the traditional champagne grapes of Chardonnay, Pinot Meunier and Pinot Noir. And if you've never heard of Wisdom, there is no better place to start than our Brut Non vintage, which I have here. It has equal quantities of each of those grapes and is one of those wines that is just such a, it's just a delight on the nose. It has that youthful kind of purity and fruit forward, which is from the Pinot Meunier, and to have a little taste, this wine just dances on the tongue. It's got that zest and zip and zing. And if you don't yet know what you are going to have over the Easter weekend, this is probably one of our most flexible, adaptable wines that honestly, you can pair with those canapes that you think, oh, at the last minute, this would be lovely with a dip or some smoked salmon and creme fraiche. The zip and zest and zing in this wine will just cut through so beautifully. It's also, though, actually had 3 years in our cellar on its lees, that means on its yeast for the second fermentation, and that gives this wine a beautiful finish. A little bit of richness and just that completeness. So this I can't recommend enough as a beginning to your Easter celebrations. I don't know what you have for your Easter celebration on Easter Sunday. We are very traditional and have a roast lamb. And there is probably no wine I would recommend to have that pairs more beautifully than our Rosé 2014. This is a vintage wine, meaning it comes all from that 1 year. It was the most fantastic long summer. And the Pinot Noir grapes in this wine are the majority, and they were exceptionally ripe. It has this very complex, rich, almost exotic flavours. There are some sort of spicy notes of cardamom and cherries, and I have a particular soft spot for quince, and I would say that savoury nature just makes this wine pick out all those beautiful, slightly complex flavours in a roast. And whether that is roasted meat or, actually we often have this, I love roasting cauliflower with then those sort of dukkha seeds on it, and this is just the most perfect match. It's not very often that we open a Magnum in this household, but how many years are we coming out of multiple lockdowns? This is our vintage 2013. A wine that absolutely astounded us even when it was in the normal 750 centilitre bottles. It won Decanter World Wine Awards out of over 100 English sparklings, as well as, remarkably, the trophy from the International Wine and Spirit Competition. 2013 was another wonderful summer, and I would describe this wine as opulent. When you age a wine in Magnum, it has had more time and more contact with its yeast on its lees, and this introduces the most amazing array of flavours that when you open in a Magnum, and I would encourage you to open it at least 20 minutes before drinking so that it has time to breathe. But when you do drink it, you will hit layer upon layer upon layer. It is opulent, it's luxurious, and I cannot think of a more fantastic way to celebrate this Easter as we return to freedom. If you'd like to get hold of any of these wines, do head to our website, wisdonestate.com, and we would also love to welcome any of you to one of our open days that we're running from April.
So we're here filming what I think is going to be my favourite segment so far for Horsham.tv, because it's about gin, isn't it, ladies? And I'm with Charlotte and Charlotte from Afterthought Spirits. Now, Afterthought is based locally in the district. Where are you based?
We're based in Henfield.
Okay, and you're based in a distillery, aren't you? You've got a smaller space over there. Now, Afterthought Spirits, you have 3 gins, is that right?
We do.
Okay, do you want to tell me a bit about what's the name of the gin to begin with?
Okay, so it's called Professor's Club.
Which you can see on their lovely logo,
Little,
actually, Professor's Club. So tell me a bit about Professor's Club. And also in the meantime, we've got other Charlottes. We've got Charlotte and other Charlotte. And other Charlotte is going to be mixing us your cocktail of the week, aren't you? Okay, so she's just going to start making a cocktail, and then I will be asking a few questions as she gets on with it. So you tell us a little bit about Professor's Club.
Okay.
So what have we got?
So we've got, we're called Professor's Club, and then it's twisted.
Okay, so that's this one here?
That's the twisted bottle.
Okay.
That's how we started out, with a weighed ceramic,
which is really pretty.
So pretty.
Really pretty.
50 centilitres, which is lovely, and it sold really well. However, when we were moving into the pub and restaurant market, we wanted to see a clear liquid.
Yeah.
So we moved into the 70
So you've got
centilitre
these bigger ones here.
glass bottles. Yeah.
Excellent. And out of these, which ones have you got? There's
So-
3 different types, aren't there?
Yep, so we've got Navy Strength.
This one?
Yep, and that is 57%.
Oh, that is strong.
Yeah, it's infused with fresh strawberries.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so it's like a little notch up on the pink.
Okay.
In strength, not in taste necessarily.
Okay, okay. And so then you mentioned about the pink. That's
Yep.
this one and this one, isn't it?
So yeah, so they change colour depending on the batch, because obviously strawberry, it's all vapour infused. So
Okay, so tell me a bit about this then, because you've got the pink from the strawberries, is that right?
Yeah, that's
okay,
right.
so how does it work if it's vapour infused?
Okay, so it's a vapour infusion method rather than
Okay.
a pot still.
Right.
So all the fresh fruits go in, and obviously they're all from different batches, the
Sure.
fresh strawberries, and depending on the time of year and the season.
Oh, I bet there's all sorts
changes
of
the colour.
variations.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's
so
good.
sometimes you get a really deep pink like that bottle
Like this
there,
one, yep.
and other times they're a lot paler like that one.
And does the flavour differ at
Not
all?
really,
It's all quite
no.
similar.
And sometimes it does a little bit, it varies a little bit, but not too much.
And either
So
way, it's very pretty and will look lovely in a glass,
very
I'm
pretty.
guessing.
It does, yeah. It looks like a rosé wine actually. when it's
I
in a
was
glass.
just thinking that. It does, doesn't
yeah,
it?
It's
So with the
beautiful.
strawberry flavours then,
Yeah.
does that mean you mix things differently? Do you have a sort of
Yeah.
a normal tonic, or
Yeah.
what do you do with it?
All of them pair perfectly with a Fever Tree
I'll
original.
tell you what, hang on a minute. I'm just going
Go
to
on.
come over. What are
Sorry.
you got? No, I want to know what you're grinding. That's all. Let's have a quick listen.
It's
What are you doing?
just sugar and lime juice.
Sugar and lime juice. Amazing. Okay. And you're going to put that into your cocktail at the same time.
It will be a big part of our cocktail of the week.
So yes, so tell me a little bit more. then.
So where were we at? So the original, they all pair perfectly with Fever Tree original.
Excellent.
However, we did create the perfect serve. So we put
Okay.
navy with the aromatic tonic.
Okay, which is
pink one.
the pink one. Oh yes, okay.
And
Oh, I
then
don't think I've seen that one
it's
before.
gorgeous, and it looks pretty, and it tastes amazing. The pink we just put with the original,
Okay.
and the original,
Which is here? Is that-
yep, that's
Yep.
the one. We
There we go.
put with the Mediterranean tonic.
Oh, lovely.
And that, which we'll show you, tastes absolutely amazing with fresh grapefruit.
So the thing is, what I find fascinating with gins and gin makers and gin distillers, and however you want to describe yourselves as well, but there are so many nuances towards what's a good gin and tonic, or what's in a gin and what have you, and you do get so many different flavours, don't you? And I'm really excited by the fact this one's got the strawberry, because I feel like that's perfect for, we're coming into Easter, it's going to be nice and bright and sunny, and basically any excuse to drink a gin.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, what is the name of this cocktail that you're making?
It is a strawberry gin smash.
Which sounds brilliant. I love that. I will not make any jokes about getting smashed whilst drinking it. I think that's obviously you have to drink very sensibly. Drink sensibly, only up to your limit and all that kind of nonsense.
It's made with our navy strength, so.
Okay, so really,
Very
really
strong.
sensible then.
We put our own little twist on it, because a lot of recipes, they have it with club soda, but we personally prefer it with lemonade or one of the Fever Tree tonics.
Fantastic. And what I like as well, and forgive me if I'm wrong here, but this looks like it's really easy to make at home as well.
So easy.
Yeah, so there's no fancy stuff, no fancy equipment or anything like that, is there?
Bits that you have at home already.
Yeah. And that was the whole idea of it, wasn't it? Like when
And sorry, I was just going to say as well, that because obviously, well, with lockdown, it's been harder to get your bottles into pubs because the pubs aren't open and what have you. So that's pretty hard going. But you've twisted your own way of working, haven't you? You've moved on to online, which is fantastic. So you're doing loads of social media, aren't you? And pushing out all of your drinks and what have you.
Social media.
But yes, go for it. Do you want to tell us how you make a proper gin tonic?
So
and I'll also
we
want
need
a
our
little taste of
cubed
that one.
ice.
Yeah. Oh, cubed
And
ice.
so we've got our little there.
Like this.
So we like cubed ice, and then we've got the, if we use the original tonic, it was the one that we made first. We always have the original and the navy all the time. Pink was a limited version, but we're thinking of keeping that.
Oh, that's a good idea. I was going to say, it must be quite popular.
So, you've got the measurer. Oh,
She knows what she's doing here. She's got
so whack in 50 cl of that.
Okay, so there are measurements involved with gin tonics then, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Eyeballing is usually the way I go.
I know.
But no, honestly.
We do, but since starting here, I've started doing the proper measurements, and
I
I'm
think
like,
you
wow,
actually enjoy it
works.
better that way
I do,
as well.
yeah. And then a little bit of the grapefruit.
Oh, I like the idea of this. So I've
nice.
stuck a bit of lime in, I've gone that creative, but a bit of grapefruit.
And
what's the
then
benefit
red.
of the grapefruit with your gin and tonic?
It just really draws out the citrus flavours of
Excellent.
it. It's so good. And then, a bit of med tonic.
Oh, lovely.
We never fill the glass to the top with
No.
tonic.
That's wasteful, isn't it, really?
And very wasteful.
Do I get to try it now? She says with hope.
Definitely do. Get to
Jeff,
try it.
I'm allowed to try this, aren't I? I mean, it's not really working. Oh, we
Please
get a
go
fancy
for it.
straw as well.
Yeah.
How exciting.
And it looks so pretty in the fever tree
Oh my goodness,
glass.
that is really rather delicious
like?
actually. I do like actually, that's lovely, and I know what I'll
good.
be drinking after we finish filming. That's fantastic.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So you've got, can you buy online, available online, website?
Yeah.
Are there any shops or anything that people can buy it from?
So you can go to afterthoughtspirits.co.uk and you can order online, and we've got several offers running at the moment. You can also buy in various off licenses around Hove and Brighton. All of those again are all online.
Brilliant.
And
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for coming in.
fine.
I love this. This has been my favourite one. I thought it would be. I can't wait to give a little try of this one as well before we finish. I mean, it would be rude not to, really,
it would be
wouldn't
very rude.
So this was what was it?
It's a strawberry gin smash.
Okay, right. Is it bad to bring the straw back over, or should I just?
No,
Is that right?
you use it.
I'm trying to mix it up and get things wrong. So it's good. Oh, okay. Now this is fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is that what you're making tonight?
Well, I think I'll be drinking this all afternoon.
just
So
take
this
it
is
home.
delicious.
Yeah.
Thank you very much to the ladies from Afterthought. So I am with Robin, who is a mixologist and a professional cocktail maker.
Yes, we can say that.
Yeah.
I'm flair bartender and mixologist.
Flair bartender. So if you were watching all of the bits there, that was the flair bartending. Just a tiny snippet of it, really, because you can do a lot more as well, can't you? Unfortunately, low ceilings means you can't do too much more in here. Now, today you're coming in because we have been chatting to Afterthought Spirits and about their Professors Club gins, and you've met them and you have tried some of the gins and been inspired by the gins, I think it's right to say, to make some cocktails. And you are on Instagram and you make lots of cocktails, is that about right?
That's exactly that.
Yeah. So when you do it, are you showing your tips and tricks, or are you doing your flair bartending when you're on Insta?
So, flair bartending and mixology is two things different. So there is some way to mix it a little bit.
Yeah.
But flair bartending is more like, what I do is more for competitions. So it's big tricks with a lot of objects.
Oh, wow.
And I do a little bit, but it's not my specialty behind the bar.
Yeah.
But I really like to make cocktails, proper cocktails as well. And so it's hard to be focused on the bottle flying and on every little details. So when I do some great cocktails, mixology, I don't do too much.
That would make sense. Otherwise, you're going to have all your gin throwing all over the place. Now, with Afterthought Spirits, you got they sent you a few bottles and you tried a few, didn't you? And you felt inspired by this. So, what are you going to be making for us today?
Okay, so they sent me 3 bottles, so they have 3 different products. They're all different with flavors. And then today I'm gonna make with the pink gin, so strawberry. So I'm gonna make a lychee, rhubarb and strawberry martini. So that's a sour cocktail.
Okay.
So the sour cocktail, there is egg white inside
Okay.
to make a fancy little foam on the top. So I just need the white of the egg.
No pressure.
And what is cool is my hands are already shaking, so I will not have to shake the drink at the end.
You're doing really well.
So next I will pour 6 centiliters of pink gin.
And the pink gin has been distilled with vapours of strawberries. So it's got this lovely strawberry smell to it, which is fantastic, and it has that real hint of summer as well.
Okay. And then I made homemade lychee syrup.
Oh, nice.
So really easy to make syrup. Yes, it's just in a pan, the same amount of sugar and water that you make boil, and then you add some fruits. So whatever, if you want to do a blueberry syrup, it's blueberries.
Okay.
But today we choose to do with lychees.
Oh, lychees are lovely, aren't they?
So 3 centiliters of that.
Okay.
Sorry, 2.
2
centiliters.
Fine.
Should be right.
Looks good.
And then
Is that your sound effect?
3 centiliters of fresh lemon juice.
Lovely. That's lovely.
All right.
I know it's going to taste nice and quite not too sharp, but I can already sort of sense what it's going to be like. It's going to work really well with the gin.
But the sour cocktails it make sour, but in fact it's really balanced.
Yeah.
So that's what we call the perfect balance. So 6 centiliters of strong spirit, 3 centiliters of the half of the alcohol in lemon, and normally it's the half of the lemon with sweetness. But I put a little bit more because I know with our times people like
a bit sweeter. Yeah, fair enough.
That's fine. And I use this amazing rhubarb bitter. So the next step gonna be to shake the drink.
Okay.
So we're not in a professional bar, sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. I think people at home will see that.
All right. So we shake the drinks to put some air, to chill it, and to make it more volume.
Okay,
Pardon
so it's all
my
mixed up.
English. And then now I will add even more air.
Okay.
So to do that, I will pour the liquid.
You're far braver than me. Yeah, this isn't to be tried at home.
Right. And then now I will do a dry shake.
Okay.
So we call dry shake when we remove the ice. I don't know where we're going to put it.
Remove the ice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
So
okay.
I had some air in the liquid, so you can see it's really
so
bubbly.
the air is really foamed
I need now to compact it.
Yeah.
So I will we shake it without ice.
Okay. There's a real science behind this, isn't it? Making sure that the air's in there and then adding the flavour.
There's a lot of little details.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. So now I don't want to wait too much or everything will go down.
Sure.
So I use this strainer, it helps me to have a really good...
Look at the colour, it's beautiful. Gee, I'd have thought that had milk in it or something. It's just the egg white, isn't it, that's done that? That's amazing. That is absolutely stunning, I love it. Look at that, it's almost like you've done it before.
Like this, so garnish, it's always good to have a little garnish.
Okay.
I didn't take any lychees. Normally I put some rhubarb and lychee on the top.
Okay.
But
of course, because your rhubarb's come from the bitters, haven't it? Yep, I was just trying to work out what the rhubarb was then.
Today.
Lovely, very pretty. That is gorgeous.
Here we are.
Thank you. Is it all right for me to give it a try?
Yes, of course.
Is that okay? I'm just going to come around this way. We're going to keep our meters distance a little bit, but you know, it's drink, so you've got to do what you've got to do. Right, cheers everybody. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's lovely. That is really delicious. And boy, is it strong as well. That is fantastic, and I can see Jeff's going to get no more work out of me for this afternoon. Thank you so much for coming in. We're going to put the Instagram handle up for Robin as well because he's got loads of followers online, does loads of cool things on there as well, so do follow him and see what he's up to. I've been Lisa, this has been Horsham.tv. You've been great. See you next time.